Hello everyone and a warmly welcome to this January 7 Cancer Full Moon reading 2023. Happy New Year to all of you out there and thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for those of you who subscribe to my channel, who are sharing and liking. Thank you so much. And this time we have a full moon in its home sign and home house. So it's a very heavy full moon this time. So really check out what's going on in your own life at the moment, because this is going to be a very sensitive and extra emotional full moon. Now with the full moons, it's always about something coming out in the open, something stepping out of our shadow sides, something coming up to the surface that has been in our subconsciousness, and this is calling for something that has been hidden, that is now coming out in the open. It's being highlighted right now. So this is about our routines, our patterns in life. This is about our emotions, our sensitivity. It's about our soul. It's about what's in the past, and it's also got to do with past life experiences, for example. And things are coming out in the open now. And as I mentioned before, this time it is hitting in the moon's home house and home sign. So the moon is residing in the 4th house. That is about our security zone, our safety zone. This can be about our childhood. This can be about something in the past. This can be something about experiences in the past lives that we've had. But in general, it's about where we feel safe and secure. So maybe you want to have a closer look at where you live right now. You want to have a closer look at your childhood. Something that is just connected to a remembrance or in the past. And with Cancer energies, this is an extremely sensitive energy, emotional energy. This is also where we are called to have more focus on our self-confidence, because in the water signs we can very quickly lose confidence in ourselves and in our surroundings, because we are so extremely sensitive. And also this is a very caring and loving energy. It really is. So it's calling for our more motherly side, our feminine side, intuition. Again, something that is linked to our feelings. So let's begin by pulling some cards. And also lastly here, I would like to make a reference to the sister sign of Cancer, which is Capricorn, because there we meet Saturn, which is the father, the more restricted, rigid energy, and where we have Father Saturn in the chart. Opposite that we have Mother Moon. Okay, so when we meet Cancer and Capricorn in our charts, we also meet the karma points. So there is something that is karmically being reset this time. And because there are so many planets that the moon has met on its way since it became new in its sister sign of Capricorn, there is an underlining of all those planets' energies that we will see being released throughout this full moon. So really go and check out in your chart right now which areas this will affect you most in your life, and also have a closer look at the areas where you have all these planets right now at the moment that the moon has been passing on her journey from being new in Capricorn, her sister sign, to being full in her own home sign and home house. So let's pull some cards to see what karma points are being released right now. And of course, remember, this is a general reading, but so only go with what resonates 100%. So we have one card out, so let's see what more is being karmically reset, which areas. Okay, let's see if there are any more cards coming out. Let's blend the card just one more time. Okay. So we have two cards coming out. The first card to come out is this card, Asia. So this could also call for ancient ways of living. Since we're back in time here, there is something that is being revealed about Asia. So that's a very hardcore geographical issue here. Okay, so there's something going on with Asia, and as we can see, it's like a Buddha, so there could be something about religion, going back in time, starting to remember what perhaps was more original. Where does all our religions come from? But there is something about Asia that will come up throughout during this full moon. The other card coming out, and these two cards came out on their own, so they're not necessarily linked to each other. The next card coming out is about imprisonment or slavery. Okay, so let's have a focus point on these two cards. Let's place them here. Not necessarily linked to one another. Okay, let's put it over here. If we can. I removed my tablecloth. That's why I have a problem putting this on, but I had to wash it. Let's see why. Okay. So imprisonment or slavery, and then we have a specific geographical reference to Asia. Let's begin by presenting some of the energies going out in the galaxy. Let's see what cosmic groups or energies wants to come in throughout this full moon. And as you may have noticed in the world, people are watching more UFOs, they are having more paranormal experiences, things are coming to light. We are seeing some of it being discussed in the Congress in the US. So things are beginning to come to light. So let's see what is being presented. Which cosmic groups or cosmic energies are presenting themselves while this karmic reset is going on in the world. Let's see what's coming out here. What is going to present itself here? Do we have a cosmic group or a cosmic energy that wants to come in? Okay, yes. We have card number 21, so this could also be the numbers 1, 2, or 3. So it's like 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1. It's back in time, it's forth in time. This is karmic. So here we have the Taurosidians presenting themselves. This is talking about being resilient, bold, and sassy, okay? And let's put them over here. And I will just get the book. I forgot to bring it. Just hold on for a second. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but I just wanted to bring Lisa Potter's beautiful book and who made this beautiful deck to read a little bit about the Taurosidians and what that is all about. So to me, it's not about whether you believe this is out there or not. You can see that there is a saucer here, or what you want to call it, but I've had paranormal experiences myself, and when you have had that, you go beyond religion, you go beyond beliefs, because you've seen it, it's actually there, okay? So however that may resonate with you, maybe you've had experiences like that as well, but I think this is something that we need to become more accustomed to. So let's see what the Taurosidians are all about. The Taurosidians predominantly reside in the Cetus, the Whale constellation, which is relatively near Earth, only 12 light years away. Though it is suggested some reside on Epsilon in the Eridanus constellation. They are humanoid with an olive tan complexion and black hair. Some say they look Mediterranean, Slavic, or South American in appearance. Like Pleiadians, they have slightly pointed ears. Their build is very solid, typically with strong browny legs. Their noses are broad, and they mostly have short Roman crew-style haircuts. Taurusians prefer to reside in secluded dwellings. They are in alliance with Pleiadians and other off-planet societies who have shared similar historical experiences of being preyed upon during draconian invasions. The Taurusians' history of being victimized by a predatory species is still raw, and they are still battling wounds. Their intense grudge in this area is very obvious. Their focus is on raising awareness of covert mind control techniques, and they are concerned about the small grace. They talk in a very guttural tone and are very demonstrative and audacious when talking. Their motherships are huge plasma crafts, which means they're made of light. Taurusians are known to be brilliant pilots and galactic navigators, and in general they are about being combative, bold, resilient, outspoken, speaking your truth. They're very intense. It's about conviction. They're blonde, candid, sassy, and assertive. Okay, so they want us definitely to step more out in the open, and to me, this is also talking about that they're very close to Earth. They are assisting us, and some say that many spacecrafts or saucers are just, energies from maybe outer space or closer to us are lining up around the Earth, because something very important is going on at the moment, as we can see playing out in the world right now. It's like everything is just going crazy. So they want us here to be more sassy, to be more bold, to speak our truth, to let our voices be heard, okay? And it's like they're saying, we are backing you, okay? What about it? So it is being more assertive, okay? And also take actions with conviction, okay? To me, this is also, by the colors, signaling something of Aries energies going on, fire element, also maybe Sagittarius and Leo. And these fire signs are all about being more bold and assertive and taking leadership on things also as well. And they are most of all calling for physical action. So that's what's coming in from the galactic area. And so let's have a look at the fairies. What are coming in from the fairies? What are coming in from the fairies? Okay. 31. We have card number 31 out here, okay? Undressing of a salad, okay, card number 31, and that could be also the numbers 1, 3, and 4. So you can see how we have 1, 2, 3 over here, and then we also have 1, 3 here, and we have 4. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, back and forth in time. Okay, so this is about mixing things, okay? And I will just go get the book. I'm sorry, I forgot my books for this reading. Just hold on for a second. I want to read something from Brian Froud's book. So sorry about that. Okay, I'm back here. So let's just read a little bit from Brian Froud's book. And the reason I'm bringing in the fairies is also because the fifth element in the world of the fairies is actually the moon. Okay, so it's like the moon that is holding the four elements together. And Yes, so this is a card about undressing of a salad. So this is talking about balance and avoiding extremes. It's about achieving the impossible. And it can also, on the flip side, mean that it's about being impossible. But things are in motion and the outcome is impossible to predict. A cool head is required to deal with this, as is a readiness to jump in whatever direction seems appropriate. Exercise cool judgment while staying ready for the unpredictable. Sudden changes of fortune may appear good or bad, but they are in flux and can be rechanneled if necessary. Develop poise, stay calm. You can come out a winner here, but it is likely to take concentrated effort. Use power with delicacy and discretion. Okay, so there is something here that is coming also out in the open about some things are coming into motion here. So it can both be about the economy, it can be about wars and conflicts, it can be about areas that has got to do with education, for example, also. So this is about any area, and it's not, we cannot predict which way it's gonna go. Okay, it's like poof, everything is coming out in the open, and the best way to meet this challenge is just to stay calm. Okay, so while we are having this more sassy, bold stuff going on over here, taking physical action, being a leader, making our truth heard, it is also about keeping a cool head. Okay, we have a representation of Jupiter over here, and Mars, and also the Sun. So even though we need to maybe take physical action on stuff, and things are coming in very swiftly over here, we also need to keep a cool head. So that can be sort of a challenge with that energy over here, that things are going on very quickly. We need to take quick actions, perhaps on some areas, and then to combine that with a clear head can be quite a challenge with the fire element signs over here. But there are definitely sudden changes, and this is also coming for that this is a reset in these areas. Okay, yeah, we just need to be we need to prepare ourselves to make kind of to accept that we need to change direction. Okay, and also to grasp the changes that might come out of chaos, right? So this is also about maybe making choices about directions that may not seem very logical, but it's about where it is most appropriate. We are in times where we need to keep a clear head, and where we also at the same time need to make quick results and quick actions. Okay, so we are very much balancing right now. We are in tough times, because sometimes it's not very clear to us what to do. So something is coming out in the open here this time throughout this full moon that will really make us feel how delicate things are at the moment. So that's the fairies, and as always they're very playful, and they want us to have a different look on stuff, and trying to tell us that it is always time to play in life. It's always time to take a different look on things. You can see how there's a face in here with an eye. So it's like also calling for us to do something, but also to keep very close to the energies of Mother Earth. They're very much connected with being grounded. Okay, so let's pull some cards from the animals realm to see what they have for us, and one card is coming out in the open right away. Okay, let's go with that card, and this card is number is 55. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a double 5. So 5 is also about transformation. For some, 55 is a reference to the Archangel Metatron, so maybe you want to look deeper into that. But here we have Snake Spirit, okay? It is time to heal. So, an underlining of that there will be a double energy. There will be a double energy on transformation this time, and it is really time to heal, okay? Let's place that over here. So, time to heal. Something about imprisonment or slavery. So that could be in many life areas, also back in time. It's not only for these generations that are on earth right now, it can also be back in time. All the energy that has been stored there, that has been more subtle or latent, but it's because we have built a modern society, but underneath it all, there are really strong energies that are taking us way back for something that has never been rectified, something that has never been spoken about, but where we have just kept building layers and layers and layers, and now we're just calling it a modern society. But that modern society is really ruled by completely old, you can say expired energies, okay? There's something that has been finding its way through throughout history, throughout a lifetime here on earth, okay? So let's see in general what this is all about. Let's see if there is something coming out where these three cards has something, they have something in common. Let's see what all this is telling us. But it's definitely time to heal now from all the wounds where we have felt locked up, where we have felt utilization also, and where there has been something hidden about the area of Asia. So I have three cards coming out here. They're coming out together, okay? So let's just start by reading card number 1 here. Here we have card number 23, so again 2 and 3. The Golden Palace, okay? We have the new moon and we have the full moon. Perfect for this full moon reading, because the moon is in its home sign and home house, and it was new, therefore, in its sister sign of Capricorn, okay? So Golden Palace, we are coming home to ourselves, and also I think there is something oriental about this card, okay? So let's place this card over here. The next card coming out is card number 32. 2, 3 again. So this could be a reflection of each other, like this. Something opening up. Magic prayer. It's time for us to realize that there is something about us coming home to ourselves here. Something opening up. Something that is, to me, this is talking about fertility. There is something fruitful going on here. Something building. Something of abundance, where we are coming home to ourselves. This is about what has been in the shadow sides of our soul, in our feelings, in our emotions throughout decades, throughout many generations living here on earth. So now it's time for us to wake up and see how magical our prayers can be answered. Okay, so this time I feel that we are spot on with something that we have been praying about, that we've been putting a lot of intentions out there. I feel that many people on the earth, they're praying right now for better times, and it's like this is a confirmation that that has been heard. And now it's the time for us to see how magical things can be, how magical the outcome of a very severe situation can be. Okay, let's put it up over here. The last card to come out is number 36. Wow, okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 1 going on in this reading. Okay, this is karmic resetting that is going way, way back. Okay, so this is also talking about commitment right now. We can see how there's a keyhole here, that we need to focus on the star energy, the star dust, star energy being put into our hands. I feel that whatever connection there may be right now, and especially for the Taurusians out over here, there is something going on. We can also see how the color orange is represented here. Okay, so there is a reference to this cosmic group this time, that we need to stay committed, no matter how weird or unlogical it may seem. We are being asked to please stay committed. Please stay committed to what we feel is coming in from other places in the universe, and also to remember that we also, most people are a product, they are coming from other places in the universe. Please stay committed with that part of our DNA as well, okay? Because it's coming in from the stars this time. I feel that it's coming from other galactic groups. There is really something being answered here, because we've been calling out for help. And you can say, where is heaven? Where do you send your prayers? You send them out in space. And of course something is going to be receptive of that. So, very important. And they're helping us to heal, okay? They're helping us to heal. So let's pull some tarot cards to see if there are some more general information about it. Let's have some cards on Asia, and let's have some card on this imprisonment or slavery going on here. Let's see if we can have some more details out on that. Let's see what's going on with Asia. What's going on with Asia? Okay. We have two cards coming out here, so let's read them. Okay. And so we have 9 of Swords and 3 of Pentacles coming out here. Okay, so 9 of Swords is about us trying to meditate, to step back, to not get emotionally outbursts here. This is pointing to our mentality, thinking patterns, communication through words, both in speaking and writing. And the Swords cards are also a reference to all the air zodiac signs. So that would be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay, so here we need to take a step back, because a lot is going on and we cannot detach ourselves emotionally in everything that's going on, because that will only make things worse. This is a time to take, maybe a step back and observe. Definitely what's coming out on Asia here. I'm reading these cards for Asia, okay? So we need to take a step back and observe what is going on. Meditate, be still, not to put more wood on the fire, okay? Because something is coming, something is being disclosed for us, something is coming up that we could not have predicted. Back to the fairy story, we could not have predicted this. And this can have could have something to do with someone is beginning to speak the truth. Someone is beginning to be more assertive. And when you have that assertive energy and that more cool-headed energy over here, and they are sort of clashing, maybe we're coming out in new truths. There are definitely disclosure going on here. Something new is being highlighted. Something is coming to the surface. With the Pentacles, it's also a reference to our materialistic life. It's a reference to the earth element. So we have the fastest moving element going on over here with air, and the slowest moving energy over here through earth, okay? So this is also a reference to Capricorn, sister sign of Cancer. It's a reference to Taurus and Virgo energy. So maybe you want to go check out where you have some of these energies in your charts. Or in your chart. So something is coming to light, something is there is disclosure going on here. So it's better just to be still, observe what is going on, not to put wood on the fire, not to make things any worse, okay? So that's what's going on with this Asia card over here. And let's pull some cards for yeah, I will just put these two cards back in the deck to see if they're going to come out again when we're pulling some cards for the imprisonment or slavery cards. So let's see what's coming out, what is that all about. And afterwards I will pull some general cards on the Tausidians, the snake card, and the undressing of a salad fairy card. So let's see what's going on with imprisonment, slavery. What can we expect? What can we expect? Okay. We have just one card coming out. We have here card number 12, the Hanged Man, which is also about altruism, transition, transformation. This is where we start to see things quite differently, upside down. Things are going to be upside down. Also liberation. This is also talking about Piscean energy. So this is a very, this is about unconditional love, unconditional giving. This is about seeing the truth. This is about the healer, the master artist. This is where we have reached the last house of the zodiac, number 12. We are coming home to ourselves on a soul level. So there's about there are some truths being released about this imprisonment or slavery situation going on, where we are coming much more into unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness also. There's something that needs to be forgiven. There's something that also needs, I feel that the snake is coming in here with this card as well. Something needs healing on a very deep level. And also with Piscean energy, this is something that is going way back. Again, we have a reference to past lives here. We have a reference to the truth of it all. And most of all, also, we have a reference to the original religion. What was the original idea of it all? Coming back to ourselves, okay? So freedom here on a deep soul level, something that is going way back. Again, these are very old energies coming in to liberate us, okay? So let's pull some cards for the Tausidians, undressing of a salad fairy card, and the snake card. So we're really feeling that during this full moon, we're both going forth and back in time. It's like all of it being revealed at the same time. And this is crucial, is also what I'm hearing. Okay, we have one card out here first. Let's see if there are other cards. Let's just shuffle the cards once more and see what's coming out. Are there any more cards coming out? Okay. We only had two cards coming out, and they took their time. But again, okay, they came out. First card coming out on its own is Two of Swords. So again, back to the air zodiac signs. Again, back to our mentality, the way we are communicating, the way we are understanding and seeing things. Maybe this could be a reference also to our logic mind. But Two of Swords is talking about dueling and being competitive, okay? And that's the energy that is coming out here. I feel very, very clearly, okay? Competitive energies that has been going way back in time, that is now being released, and where we need to keep a cool head, because also back to the swords and our mentality, our communication, we really need to keep our balance here, because this is where we are being very assertive, we are being very bold, and perhaps speaking our truth, but in a way that can be dueling others, okay? So maybe we are dueling our own minds, our own understanding of what should life be about, what is the universe really about. Something is coming in to really compete with us here in our own minds of how we understand and see things, okay? But it can also be that something in the outside world or the world around us, where we see a lot of dueling going on, a lot of competition is going on, that kind of really severe, unhealthy, destructive energy that is going on there. On the other hand, something could be pushing or triggering our minds to see and understand things in a different way, okay? That we have been blindfolded here. Something of that energy. is what I'm sensing coming out here. So I'm putting it up over here with the fairies, because this is about keeping a cool head and not to give in to that kind of dueling competitive energy, but really to keep a clear mind of things, okay? But that is where, again, this is a balancing act with this full moon. It really, really is. And then we have card number 3. We have 3 of Wands coming in, so again 2 and 3. And the Wands is a reference back to the fire element and all the fire zodiac signs. So the Wands is also a reference to our creativity. It can be a reference to our relationships and our physical body, and how we are pushing our life force energy, keeping that in flow. How are we presenting ourselves in the world with our own life force energy, and what are we doing to keep that flow? Okay, so what kind of energy do we take with us out in the world right now? What kind of energy are we showing up with in the world? And 3 of Wands is talking about that it's time to give it all we got, accumulating our resources. Because there could be some really healthy encounters here if we do that, but it is time to accumulate everything we've got, all our resources, all our reserves. We really got to give it all we have. This is like now or never. It's a now or never card. It's like, are you going to get up on that surfboard or are you not? Because this is also a portal of light that we're going through. It's about plasma, like the Tausidians were also talking about, that their spacecrafts are a kind of plasma made, okay? So that could be a reference to that. Are we going out to meet them? Are we going out to meet them, or are we not? Are we going to commit ourselves to the fact that there's something more going on in the world than what is presenting itself in our world, on our planet right now? Where have we been blindfolding ourselves? Where have we been keeping ourselves in competing with each other? We need to open our eyes now. We need to expand our minds, okay? And not to put more wood on the fire. We do not need more conflicts and wars in the world, even though this is a fire sign, a reference to the fire signs. This is about taking physical action, and we really got to give it all we have right now. We need to take some kind of action on this, but it's a very fine balancing act of not competing with each other. It's about maybe stop being blindfolded any longer. What is it that we do not wish to see? What is it that we do not want to see? Okay, so physical action on, and I'll put it over here. So we have our minds over here, keeping it calm, keeping it cool, only do what is appropriate, and over here taking action on that. When we take action on that, we need to speak our truth, we need to be assertive, we need to be more blunt. It is time of truth, it is time to be more intense perhaps in our actions, but it's about doing it on the background of a very calm mind, okay? On a very cold-headed, on cold-headed decisions, okay? Because with these 2 cards, we have the masculine energy going on here, okay? And that means that we are very outgoing, it's very forward-moving, but it's on a mental level and it's on a physical level. So we need to have these 2 energies, we need to have them to work together, that we're only taking actions on what is appropriate, on what is showing up as meaningful, okay? So that we do not so that we don't just stay in this energy over here being competitive and dueling each other, but that we are now being more ready to stop being blindfolded and really start to see what is going on in the world and then take action on that. But it's a very fine balancing act throughout this full moon. Okay, so let's just end this reading by pulling a blessing cards. and see what is here for us. What is, because there needs to be some kind of blessings in this, right? It can't just be this hard balancing act work. There needs to be something here. Where is all of this going? Where is all of this going? Okay, we have 2 cards coming out. We have 2 cards out, coming out on their own. So the first card is about healing. Again, a reference back to the snake energy. Something is being healed that is going way back. Okay, healing is really also of our minds and our actions, perhaps, where we need to give it all we got right now, built on a calm mentality, okay, where we need to start moving out of being competitive and stop dueling each other, because that's also something that is keeping us in imprisonment or slavery. And now there is a good opportunity for us to heal that as well. The other card coming out is this card, Answers. And these 2 cards are actually a little bit similar in their colors, I think. But here we will find, you can also see here how this wise guy, he only has one clear eye. It's like blind side and a clear side. Okay, it's about moving into our hearts now and really only take action on what is appropriate. You know, be reasonable is what I'm hearing here as well. So there are answers coming in for us now on how to take clear action based on our hearts. We can see how he's keeping here his hearts over his heart chakra perhaps, or maybe to his throat chakra, maybe somewhere in between. That also back to 2 of Swords. How are we speaking to each other? What kind of words are we using or choosing? Because the more we are just putting out competitive dueling words, the more we will see that in the world as well, okay? It's going to be a clear reflection of that. It's about what we're putting out through our visualizations, visions, intentions, which is also connected to 2 of Swords. What are we putting out there? We are going to see a completely accurate reflection of that in the world and how the world is communicating among itself. Okay, so there will be answers coming in for us right now. Something of the clear side, something that has been in the shadow side, a perfect reference to the full moon also right now. Okay, so look also for answers in your own life. Look also for healing in your own life. What kind of words are you using in your own life towards other people? What kind of thinking patterns are you holding yourself in? Where are you dueling yourself? Because that seems to be a focus point here, and only to take action and give it all you got on appropriate thinking and appropriate communication. Okay, so I'm gonna wish you all a very transforming full moon. Keep calm, keep clear-headed, take only action on what makes absolutely sense and something that is not carrying more wood to the fire in the world. We do not need that, and we do not need that in our personal lives as well. So take great care of yourselves out there. Thank you so much for tuning in here with me, and bye for now.